What's up, everybody?
Welcome to another episode of First Eps.
Right.
Today, we're back. We're doing it again. Backyard
Barbecue.
Yeah, fireworks blasting off in the distance. Hopefully, they're not too annoying. But we're talking about the latest Apple Plus. Is that what it's called? Apple Plus streaming exclusive physical.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps. All right, we are back in the backyard, First Eps Central. We are doing another episode here.
I love the summer residence.
Dude, it's nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're gonna do in the winter. We're gonna have to figure that out.
Outside. No,
yeah,
we're gonna change
but
yeah.
It's been really enjoyable. The outdoor space is really it's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
We got great acoustics.
Yeah.
So yeah,
lighting,
so it's been great. Today it's a bit warmer, but it's not like that Texas heat. Like they're getting like 115 degrees down there.
Crazy.
Ooh, yeah. No, thank you.
We'll take our 81.
But yeah, so what's been happening?
I was just in New York for the weekend, just to see my partner. So that went well. My lover. If the people want to know on back home.
We need specific
people need these
distinctions.
Kind of not my law partner.
My lover.
But yeah, I mean that's an 80s thing to say, right? I feel like that was
we're going full 80s. Shit, we should have dressed up 80s
for
this.
That would be great with sweatbands.
I know. I need a sweatband. It's
I got the hair now. Would be great for that. Yeah.
Shit, we blew it. All right, we'll stop it here. We'll come back. We'll be dressed as 80s. Okay. And we're back. Nice. So you had an enjoyable weekend.
It was nice. It was very nice. Yeah, and it's Father's Day, so you do have a child. You're a father now.
Yeah,
so, and you had a good one too.
We did. We had a good, enjoyable weekend. Enjoyable Father's Day. It was real nice. So yeah, it was nothing outside of the norm. Played a bunch of video games and stuff like that. So yeah, it was cool.
Any new games?
We just got Ratchet and Clank. The new PlayStation 5 one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lot of fun. But yeah, I was looking at E3 just happened last weekend.
Okay.
And we were just talking about Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
If you know any gamers out there.
Yes.
Super excited about that one.
Yeah. I can't wait for the TV show that's gonna be based off of Elden Ring to come out.
Oh yeah, we'll chat about that. It's gonna be the world's longest episode of First Step. But yeah, E3, like, I mean, we're both PlayStation guys, so like it was rough because there wasn't much. It was pretty much Xbox dominated, but there was still some cool stuff like that Redfall. Did you see that Redfall for Xbox? It's like a vampire, like a 4-player cooperative open world vampire game. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it might be worth getting Xbox for.
I know there's so many games where I'm like, dude, you don't even need an Xbox anymore. They're just doing everything like cloud gaming and stuff like now.
Like a decent.
You just need. They're going to be coming out with like a Fire Stick basically. Really? But like for Xbox, you just stream shit onto your TV. All you need is a controller. Yeah. So everything's on the subscription Game Pass, and it's like all coming day one. Every announcement at E3 was like coming day one to Game Pass, and it's just like they pay like it's such a good value.
Yeah.
But I'm getting away from the topic at hand.
Okay.
We're talking the 80s. We're talking
Atari.
We're gonna talk Atari. Was that was probably
maybe?
No, I guess that was probably about the right time.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I think I had Atari when I was a little kid.
Like my parents, I think my dad had it as like a cool system, and and then we got Nintendo, and then it was like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah, Atari.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then it's hard to set it rotted.
But yeah, we're talking about physical.
Yeah,
the new Apple TV series. I still don't know what it's called. Apple Plus. I think it's Apple Plus.
There's a little plus sign next to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But before we get into the show,
right.
When you watched this show, did it start with that little Apple commercial for like all the stuff coming out?
It did.
Apple's got a lot of good looking stuff coming.
Okay, so we took it 2 different ways. I took it as being, why the hell is there a commercial when I'm paying for Apple like subscription and I have to watch 2 minutes of Apple previews, but you watched it and actually enjoyed the previews.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit. Like, I mean, when we first downloaded it, because it was like free with like we got a new phone or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
First got the service and I was like looking and I'm like, you have to pay for it. It's like it just connects like it's iTunes.
Yeah.
Everything on it you have to buy, rent or whatever.
Yeah. Which I did for
this
Suspiria.
Is stupid. Oh, nice. But now they're adding a lot more movies and shows to the service. So excited to see more of those coming out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what else was on there that looked good? There was a bunch.
Dude, I don't even remember. There were a couple movies coming out. That Coda movie has been getting a lot of buzz. Looks like a bummer.
Coda. Okay, no.
That Mythic Quest is a great show. We've been watching that.
Right. Yeah. Rob McGellery or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know how to pronounce it. I think you nailed it though.
Wow. If I did, that's the first.
Yeah, it is. If you do hear explosions behind us, that is a fireworks show, I hope.
he told me it was when I got here tonight, so I'm assuming
assuming it is too.
You see us run?
Yeah.
We're not afraid of fireworks.
So, all right, let's get into the show. Let's do our quick run through of the show. It starts off
opening montage. Loved it. Power bitch in the house.
Oh, when it starts off, she's sitting in her dressing room.
Oh man,
you don't even see her. It's just her back in front of like one of those vanity mirrors,
like the 5 light bulbs up there. She's up there in front. She's
1986,
and she's got like that little like leotard on. What color was it? Purple or mauve. And she just looked like she's sitting there. And then this woman comes up, 5 minutes, and she's like not paying attention. She's like 5.
She had her headphones.
Right, she picks up the Sony's 5 minutes, and then she gets up and she walks. It's like boom, boom, boom. You could tell like who is
and
this?
Then everybody starts panicking because she's like out there early or whatever. And they're like, so like she's a big thing. We're seeing she's a big to-do.
Totally. And then she takes up the headphones and throws them at the Walkman at her production assistant and just gets up there and starts running. I'm like, wow, this is a great show.
And then boom, 1981. And
I was like,
back 5 years.
I want to see the power bitch. Now we're just seeing the intro, which is cool. I mean, we're gonna work up to it, but
to her origin story.
But she was a strong woman. I like that.
She was.
Yeah.
And she's just in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And she's got
she's in the bathroom. I can do this. She's got a mole on her face.
Yeah, like a zit or something. Yeah. So then this is the first time we're seeing like her inner monologue where she's like talking to herself about she's at a party, I guess, right?
She's at her house, and the party was ending.
Their party, yes.
Yep.
So then
she's looking in the mirror. She sees that she's getting a little bit older. I'm just going to interrupt for a second because I think ladies like us, we can see when we look in the mirror that we're not quite as young as we used to be. She's in that spot in her life where she's reevaluating.
Like a regular morning ritual for you.
Exactly. I will be loved. I will be strong today. You know that. Everybody does that.
So then we meet her boyfriend or husband. Yeah. Played by Rory Scovel. We should mention Rose Byrne is the main. I don't know if we talked about that.
Right. We haven't.
She's the main actress.
Love her. I've loved her since I saw her in Wicker Park first.
That's what Liz said. She was like, "Can you believe that? Like, she was like the
totally."
And I was like, "I don't remember Wicker Park."
She was kind of like the dumpy stalker.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was like the straw haired, like dumpy, like
she said straw haired. I love it. The gap tooth innocent girl.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. She's amazing.
And now, can I tell some personal stories about Rose Byrne? Or we want to talk about the
sure, yeah.
Let's talk about the background.
Dude, I've been waiting. I can't wait.
Yeah, I told her about this. So we have some personal connections with Rose Byrne in my family. So one, I have seen her. It's not really a personal connection, but I did see her in Brooklyn for Medea, not the Medea that we all know and love, but Medea, the ancient Medea.
Was it like Medea goes to jail?
Yeah. Medea Halloween or whatever dies. Yeah. No, this is Medea, the ancient Greek like play or something, or it's a Roman. Anyway, where she kills her children and eats them.
So she was in it, or you just saw her there?
She was in it. Okay. She was the main person.
Gotcha.
And she was phenomenal in that. So good. And they had a lot of it was like done in current day.
Cool.
And so they had like a video of her kind of talking at some points during the play. And it's a lot like how she talks to the camera.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm like, I wonder if they had seen her in that play
and
thought like she'd be great for this role.
Yeah. Because just wrote it like with that in mind.
I don't know. Yeah, because she was so good then, and I'm like, it brought me right back to it.
I'm gonna have to try to find like a bootleg of it.
Yeah.
So I can watch it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it might be out there. And then the second thing is that my cousin's cousin, so not really my cousin, but my cousin through marriage, was the au pair for Rose Byrne and Bobby Cannavale when they lived in New York City.
I remember you told me this. Yep. I forgot.
Yes. So this is big news, guys. I mean, it's kind of like TMZ here.
Yeah.
So they moved to Los Angeles, and my cousin's cousin was going to go with them, but decided that she wanted to stay in New York and didn't want to go to LA with them. But they wanted her to go to LA.
You hear that, folks? I think
if
you're in LA and you need a job, contact Rose Byrne about
apparently they were lovely. She
it.
said she loved them, and they wanted her. So they were going to take her out to live with them. But
I believe it. They seem like lovely people.
Totally, yeah. But I'm thinking, I bet they moved out there is about 1.5 years ago before COVID
to make
for this show. Yeah. Do you think so?
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Because this is based in California, and I bet they went back in time to 1981. And we're talking about it. I mean, the degrees of separation or
just out there without a nanny even.
That's how much she wanted this role.
Yeah.
And she nailed it, guys.
She did nail it. So
sorry, back
to the show. Right away we meet her boyfriend, played by Roy Scovel, and he's like pressuring her into a threesome.
I love
like
that
right
part.
away, and I'm just
so
like,
80s. Yeah,
just like he just he starts to sound like such a creep after.
Oh my god!
I mean, because he's going on and on about it. She's like,
I mean, babe, if you, I'm only seeing you, babe.
I see what you're saying. But yeah, dude, and it was like, he's like, oh, come on. So I was like, oh, it was very well written to make him.
Oh yeah,
such a turd. Yeah. So
power hungry 80s guy who doesn't see his woman at all. Perfect.
Yeah, so she goes down and everybody left their party. It was like this hot young Asian girl dancing.
Yeah. She's smoking. Yep. And then she's listening to she loves the old fashioned music, right? Is that what she said? Or something?
I don't remember what she said.
She's like something like that.
She looks very young.
I mean, I did think it was funny now thinking that she would be older than us, the young hip Asian girl in modern times.
Weird, yeah.
So don't get That's
a good point.
But yeah.
So yeah, she's a student of this guy who turns out the professor at this school. And then Rose Byrne's trying to seduce her, just playing with her hair.
And she's like, you're so cool. You're way better than my mom. Instant turn off, kids. You don't want to tell someone you're trying to seduce.
That really ruined the threesome right there.
See, I learned a lesson with that too.
And then the other thing that ruined it was she told her that everybody at the school thinks her husband's a dick. Yeah. And they're going to fire him.
He's getting fired, yeah. Also, a turnoff. And right then, she was asked to leave.
Yeah. And then I just love that we see Rory Scovel standing there fully naked, just like, what happened?
Just a butt.
Yeah. But yeah, so then, we get to see her inner monologue is just, and that's when you realize that this is going to be like a part of the show. It wasn't just like the opening scene. We're back to the inner monologue and it's going crazy. Like it's just there, steady. Next day we see love this part, the chubbier lady, the friend. Mm-hmm. She's out there, she's just watching the shirtless surfer dudes, slow motion, and she's just got donuts and just thought that was amazing. And Rose Byrne pulls up and her inner monologue's just shitting all over this girl.
It's like, oh Lord, here. Hi.
Dude, it was so mean. She was just this poor woman who just wants she's eating her donuts and watching the shirtless dudes.
Exactly. And she always feels comfortable around Rose Byrne, who's perfect. But of course, Rose Byrne is or what's her name in this show though? I can't remember her name.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep going Rose Byrne.
Rose Byrne. Because this is based on her actual life.
Yeah. Maybe I'll look. You keep talking.
She is very self-conscious about her weight.
Yes.
So this woman kind of triggers something in her too, I think, because she's saying this woman's so big, she's so fat. She's like, but I'm a fat too. I'm just like this. I'm disgusting. I got to go work out.
Yeah.
So she's kind of got some neuroses she's working through as well.
Yes. And at first, her name is Sheila, by the way.
Oh my God. Perfect name. Sheila.
And at first, the inner monologue is just mean and stuff like that. And, it's mean to people. It's mean to herself. And it you kind of realize that it's like you said, she's got issues.
Yeah.
And it starts to become less kind of amusing, this inner monologue, and more kind of sad how she's so hard on herself.
Yeah.
But so
what we watched a show beforehand where there's somebody who is not almost in a way kind of very different character, but Val Cherish, how that's somebody who I'm from what is that show that she's on? The Comeback. How she's not really a nice person, but you really root for her for some reason. Yeah. I'm getting the same kind of vibe with Sheila. How she doesn't seem like she's really nice, but she's in a bad position and she seems strong, and I want to root for her.
It's funny too, because outwardly she's nice.
Yes.
And if we didn't have access to this inner monologue, we wouldn't even think that.
Right. You're right.
She's so mean in her head.
Yeah.
Like, and like I said, to everybody and more so to herself sometimes.
Right. You're right.
But yeah, she's out there and she sees this woman go driving by in the white car, blonde girl with the top down.
Living life free.
And they like have like a moment. Like
VW Cabrero or something.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was. It was definitely an 80s car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they have like a moment where they like lock eyes and like
she's got her like big golf 7-Eleven, which by the way, my mom loves to do too. So I did think my mom when I saw that.
That's funny. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And then my absolute favorite part of the whole show.
Oh, really? Okay.
The weird honey fingers guy.
Oh, at the co-op or whatever.
Yeah. So weird. It was like, I'm like, dude, this show got weird. Just out of nowhere, like this guy, and they're not even like talking.
No.
And he's just like got a jar of honey.
Yep.
And he just dips his fingers in and like licks it.
And like looks at her. And
it's really like liquidy honey. And then he offers her some and she takes a little dab. And that seems to be like what kind of knocked her over the edge. She's like had a little bit of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see her on her drive home.
Scene,
yeah.
She has her own tub of honey, or the guys, we don't know whose honey it is.
Yeah. I'm assuming she bought her own jar of honey. Okay. I hope she can just steal it from this guy.
The grubby guy's honey.
Yeah. And then she's just grabbing handfuls of honey and jamming it in her
nose. Throat. It's on her chin when she pulls up to
dude, it freaked me the fuck out. This whole scene, man, it was like too aggressive, and she's putting her whole hand in her mouth.
Yeah.
And it was just seemed dirty. But that's when like, okay, we see that there's she's
going downhill.
There's an issue.
Yeah.
And that continues.
She goes went down to the bank.
Yeah, she goes to the bank. It's $50.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Goes, gets a shit ton of fast food from like 3 different places.
Yep.
Goes, gets a hotel room.
Yep. Pays cash for the hotel room.
Gets naked.
Yes.
And has like an experience like eating this.
Yep.
This fast food.
Yeah. Kind of like the Austin Powers where the guy's eating the chicken.
Yes.
Yes. Like this is like
so sad. I hope that's not her future. Fat bastard.
No, because
you're comparing her to fat bastard.
Yes. And that's what she feels inside, but that's not who she is outside, obviously. But then we find out she has an eating disorder at this point in time because she does throw it up. So she's bulimic, we find out at this point. Yeah.
So that was like
they don't see it, but you hear it.
Yeah, it became like I was like, oh shit, this got heavy.
Yeah.
It got heavy fast because it's now where it's like it's not just like some weird thing that's going on. It's like this is a problem that she has.
Yeah.
And we come to see later in the show how much of a problem it is, but we'll get to that when we get to that part. And then the next thing is I made stuffed mushrooms, and then we cut to her like putting her face back on and like just being out there and like because the who was it the Logans the Logans were coming over. I thought that was
a really cool scene because exactly what you just said. Mushrooms, she's there, she puts on the show, and then her husband gets home and he's gotten fired.
He's pissed.
He's in a terrible mood. I can't possibly put on a show for them. What am I going to talk to them about? I can't stand it. My life is terrible. And you're like, you realize like she's in the exact same boat, but he doesn't give her any attention. No. She's trying to give it to him, trying to be strong for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like they did a great job with the writing for the husband because he's such a douchebag.
Yeah.
Like you absolutely like don't like him at all in this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Logans come over, and the best part was like the guy, the Mr. Logan, he did something, and he was going to be
writing a book, I think.
Yeah, I think he wrote a book. He was going to be on Phil Donahue.
Oh, yes.
And then her in her monologue, Sheila's in her monologue goes, "Pretend you never heard of him." And then she's like, "Oh, that Phil Donahue or who?
Donahue." It's like, oh, it's Donahue. He's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've heard someone talk about him once.
So, I love that part where it's like the inner monologue. Pretend you never heard of him. And it's like, dude, I know people like this.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then so she's trying to force her to eat this peach cobbler. She's like, I don't want the peach cobbler.
Yeah.
To eat the peach cobbler. She's like, you didn't eat the peach cobbler.
Yeah. Neither. Yeah. It's like, well, you're eating it obviously because I can see you're huge.
Mm-hmm. Logans are expecting a baby.
That we find out that, and then she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so terrible. I was making fun of a pregnant woman," and that's the end of that scene. I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is, and then the next, they're on a beach somewhere. Is what I have written down.
Yep. They went to the beach with the daughter. And it's when I think that she's talking to him about possibly becoming a politician. and trying to build him up. And he's walking by himself in the sun, with the sun shining on him, shirt off, just living life, and being like, maybe I can do this.
That's right. They're walking through the beach.
And and she's carrying the daughter on her back.
Yes.
Struggling with the sand. And then it shows, then he's like, I do appreciate you. You are the bass rhythm that propels the melody. You are the rock that I'm built on top of. You were going to make it far because of what you do for me. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he's like this egomaniacal like asshole now too.
He just doesn't see it.
And at one point she says like something about how like she just hates everything about him. The way he eats his balls, the way he sweats on me during sex.
What was that during that monologue or at the end of that?
It was like, it was right there.
Yeah. Flashback to that. Yeah. It's like, oh,
guy.
Thanks, hon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Something like that. Yeah.
It was hilarious that and it was the first time they did that too, where they did the part where like, it wasn't just inner monologue, but it went like kind of showed us little clips of the way he eats and he's just like smushing shit all over his face. And then she says his balls and he's like bent over in front of her.
Something. Yeah. Like,
and then the part where he's like sweating on her. So it was the first time we saw one of those like things where it just kind of goes back to show us. I liked that. I hope they do more of those.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think they will too. Yeah.
And then, so he's talking about how like, he's going to do this run. He's like, we've got a ton of money in savings.
Yep.
Next scene, she goes to the bank, checks the account, $50 in there or whatever.
It's not a lot anymore because of her binges.
Because of her hotel trips and her binges. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, she does it one more time. She gets the $50 and on her way.
She almost forgets to drop the kid off. Remember, she was going to drop her.
Oh, that's right.
Her daughter off.
And that lady was there again.
Yeah. The lady's there. It says like her husband works, the chubby lady's husband works for city council or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose Byrne, Denise, what's her name? Sheila is like, I never knew that. Again, so you see that Sheila is not perfect either by any means. So both her and her husband have a lot of like, self-loathing issues and narcissistic qualities. Anyway, but then she supposed to pull out, ready to like just go out there and do her binge again. But she realizes that her daughter's still in the car, so she just talks to the chubby lady and never dropped her daughter off. Yeah.
It was great. So she's going to get her fast food. She sees the blonde lady in the car again.
Yes.
And she says like, fuck this.
No.
And then she follows her.
Cue the music.
She's just cruising, chasing after her down the highways. Flock of seagulls.
Tell us how long we see now.
Space Age love song comes on. She follows her to a mall.
How 80? So I want to say this too right now. This is the first time in the whole 25 minutes, or however long we've been watching, half an hour, that we actually hear 80s music. Because before it was old-fashioned music.
It's true.
She's leaving now. She sees the future ahead of her.
The future
she listens
is bright.
to a space age music song, and she's driving to the mall. Like this is when she's becoming a woman of the 80s.
Yes, Body by Bunny.
And that's where we run into.
They go into.
Exactly. She parks in the parking lot of the Beverly Glen Center, obviously.
Yes. And she has like what can only be described as like a spiritual moment.
Yes.
When she goes in this aerobics class.
Yes, let's do it.
She sees everybody doing their aerobics. The music's playing, and she just starts doing it too. And she's into it. She's found her happiness. And then the screen cuts to black.
Yes. Okay, stop it.
And you just hear, oh my God,
is she like dead? In that perfect like Valley Girl, California.
and then credits.
Yeah. And I was like, I fucking love this show.
I agree, dude. It was great. The first thing I said was Rose Byrne will absolutely be getting Emmy nominations and Golden Globe nominations for this. She was amazing.
Has she ever won an award?
I have no idea.
Okay,
it's a good question, and I'll look it up.
Yeah, like because when we saw the Medea again, just real quick, we were like, she was so good, it was scary. And watching this too again, I'm like, I love her. Like she is like such an underrated. Well, I don't know if she's underrated or not, but I just feel like she's off the radar, and she's so good.
Yeah, she's been nominated.
Okay.
For Golden Globes for Damages.
I haven't seen that. Yeah,
no, me neither. She's nominated for Emmy for Damages. So so nothing. She won some like a Trailblazer Award and stuff. Okay. Australian Film Institute. She was nominated. But yeah, Damages is pretty much it.
Yeah, I think this will be nominated for things. It's great, especially if Glow was, because it's got a similar vein. It's fun. It throws you back. Good acting. Yeah,
she was great. I mean, even just the scenes where like she's staring at the camera and it's just her inner monologue. I mean, that's still her acting great. But yeah, just those scenes where she's just like looking at the thing, and
because you can set like even by like her, she's like these like micro movements she can do with her face, and you can see like the tensions in the different parts. It's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was way different than I expected the show to be.
I had no idea what to expect.
Me neither. Yeah. And like I knew what it was about just from the trailer, that she's like, this is like the birth of like aerobics or whatever, and she's like getting in on that. But I didn't know, it doesn't set you up with like this, any of her story, like about like what she comes from or what her problems are, and like
this kind of almost dark humor that's like self-deprecating for herself, but also kind of humorous at the same time.
Absolutely.
Which was running throughout the whole thing.
Absolutely. There were times where I was just like, I don't know if this I'm supposed to laugh. It's sad.
Yes.
But like it was very funny.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot, and I look forward to a lot of more. Like I look forward to her just like her interactions with her husband, and just the way and her just knocking him down a peg.
Yep.
Because obviously she becomes the the major breadwinner or something in the family.
I'm really interested to see what happens. Yeah, because will she become a totally like loathsome character then too? It seems like she kind of is at the. Oh,
absolutely. She seems like such a bee right in the beginning there. Yeah. So it's going to be fun to watch more. I don't remember how many episodes there are.
That's a good point. Yeah, do you know anything about like is this a one and done kind of a season thing, or is it?
Yeah, I don't know. So it's 10 episodes.
Yep.
I literally
they are all out
anything.
Now. Yes. You can't binge this one. Yeah, okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
I got the burps. But yeah, so we're seeing the birth of aerobics.
Mm-hmm.
Now is that still a thing? Aerobics? I remember when I was young. My mom, like I remember my mom had like those
totally. I do remember that too. Like video games?
VHS tapes.
Oh yeah.
She had those aerobic video games.
Like I don't remember video games.
No. Like sweating to the oldies.
Yeah.
Was that cool? Richard
Simmons, right? I think so. Yeah, that's a time period, right?
So what came first, this part or Richard Simmons?
Well,
when did Richard Simmons come?
I think he was a little bit later.
I think so too.
I feel like, do you remember that one that was always on like the public access?
It was more
channel?
For like middle-aged women. Or maybe this aerobics. Simmons.
Yeah, this was more for like the sexy ladies.
Yeah, sexy ladies.
Do you remember growing up? The one I'm going to tell you about right now,
absolutely.
With the 3 tiers. Like there was an easy tier, the medium tier, and the high tier. Oh, I loved watching.
Yeah, it was always just like like 2 women and then like that giant black guy with like just like the tightest pants on and like the full aerobics outfits. Yes, I do remember that.
I love those ones.
I wonder how many households
like they would like if somebody would do the low one and then they would move up. All right, now I'm taking over.
Biggest hair.
Yes.
I wonder how many households watch that.
Millions.
Right?
Do you think that's gonna be in the show?
Oh my god, that'd be
amazing. The show, like, that's where she starts,
she's on the episode or whatever.
Maybe she's like goes there and then she becomes like real popular. So she like it becomes too like she leaves there.
If anybody remembers this, leave a comment. I need to know how far this extended, this public access thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. If you remember this 3-tier thing.
Yeah. Low impact, medium impact, and high impact.
Yeah.
I have an aerobic story though from
I can't wait.
Yeah. So in high school, like we went to high school in the late 90s. And you graduated in 2000, right? Somewhere in the 2000s, yeah. But we were
99, dude.
99. So we were after the aerobics age, but still, it was still in the culture. People still thought about it all the time. I remember jazzercise was big when I was in elementary school, which I think is a derivative of aerobics or some part of it. Yeah. Anyway,
well, I mean, it's jazz plus exercise,
right? And they have like
equals jazzercise.
I remember. I still remember. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Who knows? There's so much to talk about with aerobics. Anyway, we were in gym class, and the teacher popped in an aerobics video for us to watch, and she's like, "Don't worry, I will do this all with you." Mm-hmm. And so the one she put in was so high level that nobody could do it. We were all trying desperately to dance to this freaking aerobics. Sorry, and then the teacher, like after 5 minutes, she's like, okay, we're gonna stop this. This is not the video I thought this was, and we're all like dying. Yeah, it was. I still remember to this day. Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's kind of my only aerobic story, though. To be honest with you. It was hard.
It was a good
really
one,
hard.
though. Let me tell you, it was a good aerobics.
Well, I
story.
love seeing like she was like a 60-year-old gym teacher like trying to aerobics with us too, and it's like, come on, like
that's funny.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever did.
Never really did it either. Yeah,
that's why I'm like, I'm
fascinated by the culture.
Well, no, just why I'm like, just like the most out of shape thing ever. Like my body doesn't move the way it's supposed to.
Gotcha.
Let alone, so maybe had I been doing this aerobics my whole life,
I think that one time really helped me out a lot.
But you said you think it's like coming back aerobics?
Oh well, I've definitely seen. You see people more in those kind of outfits now again more.
That's true.
I think I know when I was in New York last too, and I'm sure there's some here too in Buffalo. A lot of the workout places have gotten into the with the neon lights and the mirrors everywhere.
Yes.
It started like right before the pandemic. Obviously, that kind of put a hole on thing, but I really think that whole trend is still here.
Dude, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be because like, you got your like the hipsters and stuff dressing like that just anyway.
It's watching this honestly was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just like the song. But
no, I'd do it. I'd get some sweet headbands, some lycra or whatever that shit is.
Yeah, I'll wear that tight outfit and see how I look.
But yeah, so I wanted to talking about how aerobics has, transcended through time. Okay. I wanted to see so this was set in 1981.
Right.
Let's see what was popular in 81.
81. Yep.
What if you had to guess?
Yeah.
What was the top grossing movie from 1981? You don't know when movies came out.
I don't.
This is a terrible
I'm gonna say Cocoon.
Ooh, no. But the list is weird, dude. It really makes you feel like how different movies were in 1981 versus now. So the first one, okay, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Classic. Huge. Yeah. That one was huge.
Yeah.
It made a lot of money.
Okay.
And then Superman 2.
Okay.
So already we're not far off from now. Yep. Superheroes and big adventure.
Yep.
But then the third highest grossing movie, 9 to 5.
Oh,
Dolly Parton.
Stumbled a bit, I'm into the kitchen, pull myself a cup of ambition. Yes.
Which I was shocked. And then it just keeps going. So then number 4, Stripes. That Bill Murray, it's a classic. Okay. It's but it's very 80s humor. Yeah. Bill Murray enlists in the army, and it's one of those things. Fish out of water.
By Wanda?
No. Oh. It's like a fish out of water scenario. And then Arthur.
Oh, really? Yeah, I love that song.
A bumbling drunk.
Yeah. Liza Minnelli and what? When you get caught between the moon
and New York City.
Yeah, that's some good music in these ones, though.
The Cannonball Run.
Is that like Chubby Kids?
Oh my god! No, the Cannonball Run was a race. It was like a race movie about like racing. Not about racism.
Big theory.
No,
okay.
No, it's got like Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise and
Dom DeLuise. Okay. Yeah, he's Chubbubs.
And then For Your Eyes Only. I think it's a Bond movie.
Okay.
The Fox and the Hound.
Oh,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And the Four Seasons, I don't know. Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams is number 10 of the highest grossing movies in 1981.
That's a classic. Yeah. I've never seen that one, but yeah.
And then Tarzan the Ape Man, Excalibur, I don't know, Time Bandits.
Oh,
that's like,
seen that one.
I mean, that's 80s that incarnate right there. Endless Love, An American Werewolf in London.
Endless Love. Is that song from there?
Probably. If not, they really missed an opportunity. But yeah, Bustin' Loose, History of the World, Part 1, The Great Muppet Caper.
Oh, wait, that didn't make the top 10?
No, number 18.
The Great Muppet Caper. Wow.
Yeah.
I remember
Clash of the Titans.
I mean, I don't remember it at that time, obviously, but I definitely watched The Great Muppet Caper.
Halloween 2, number 23.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
By the way, The Muppet Caper, that's
Friday the 13th, Part 2, 29. This one, these classic horror movies are battling.
Friday the 13th, Part 2. That's the first one with Jason Voorhees. Because you only see Mrs. Voorhees in the first one, really. Interesting.
When did Nightmare on Elm Street come out?
I feel like it's more mid 80s.
Because it's not in the top 50 movies.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like
interesting.
Some pretty crazy
Those are some
stuff.
Good ones. So Halloween 2 was out then. Okay.
Yeah, and then like, I mean, you go past. If I go past 37, I don't recognize any of the other titles of the movie.
Well, I'm impressed you recognize past 8, actually.
But I'll tell you, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back
Still
36.
So it's still grossing from year whatever that
No,
was.
it came
before.
out July 31st of 1981. This says.
Wait. Oh, July 31st, 1981. When did that end though? December.
This
so that was
list?
only number 36. That didn't make.
Isn't that crazy? Is that right?
That can't be right.
I mean, it's the internet. The internet's never wrong.
It's not.
No.
We'll fact check that.
Yeah. No, we won't.
No, we won't. Look at the camera.
But so those are the big popular.
What were the
movies.
songs? You said there was.
Yeah, let's do the songs.
Let's talk about some of the great songs.
So
obviously, I've given us several.
Yeah, so
any in the top 10 that were up there.
I mean, 2 of the top 10.
Yeah.
Endless Love.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was number 2.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm sure that's the reason. What do you think is moved that movie up there? The movie or the song? Which one helped the other one better? It's got to be the song, right?
I don't think I know enough about either one of them.
You don't know anything about the movie, but you know the song.
I do know the song,
but
I don't think I know any more than what I just sang you.
But yeah, the number 1 song from the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah. Oh,
Betty Davis Eyes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
She's got Betty Davis eyes.
So this is when music was music.
Yeah.
1981.
Yeah.
Number 2, Endless Love. Number 3, Kenny Rogers' Lady.
Shining armor, and I love you. Oh my gosh, this is great.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
John Lennon, Just Like Starting Over.
I don't know that one.
Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl, another classic.
Jesse's Girl. Yep.
Kool and the Gang, Celebration.
Right.
Hall and Oates, Kiss on My List.
Because you're This is great.
Don't they all feel like 80s? Like just like
each one's better than the next.
Eddie Rabbit is number 8 with I Love a Rainy Night.
I love a rainy night. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And then 9 to 5.
Of course.
Dolly Parton is number 9.
Oh wait, is 9 to 5 also number 9? Also 9 to 5 9 on the movies?
No, I think it was 3. It was the third one.
Okay, Dolly. Okay.
Yeah,
that's all right.
And then Keep on Loving You by REO Speedwagon. Everybody, there's a lot of love songs on this. And then the theme from The Greatest American Hero was number 11.
We were listening to that the other day, right?
We kept singing it during an episode and it got stuck in my head for a week.
Yes. Just imagine go ahead.
Number 12.
Yeah.
Morning Train.
Oh, but that's one of my favorites.
Also, parentheses 9 to 5. That's the title of the song. Oh my
God.
Everybody was into really working.
Was that on 9 to 5?
I wonder. What a great soundtrack if it was.
Morning Train. Yes.
But yeah, great songs. Smokey Robinson, Juice Newton.
If Angel in the Morning.
Blondie.
Angel in the Morning's not on there, is it? Just call me Angel.
Number 25.
No! This is the best year of music ever.
Yeah.
Number 25.
It is. That's amazing. Just Queen of Hearts by Juice Newton is 14.
That's a great one, too.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's hilarious that you were able to pull that out.
No.
Yeah, Styx is going strong. The Best of Times.
Mr. Roboto.
But yeah, pretty.
Yeah. That's some good stuff.
But yeah, all the songs are really like very, very similar.
What I'm hearing from you is we've got a lot of good music to look forward to, hopefully being played in this now that she's embraced the 80s.
Yeah.
Right? We could.
I would hope, if she's especially during the aerobics classes. Now I want to hear all of these.
Yeah. Was this song the Flock of Seagulls song actually from 1981?
That's a good question.
I feel like it might be a little bit later now I'm thinking about it. That seems kind of like very different from that kind of music you were just listing.
It does seem very different.
Right?
Yeah, that's more I don't know, synthy, I guess.
Yeah, like
and what's the name of the song?
It's
Space
called,
Age Love Song?
Yeah, Flock of Seagulls.
So this came out it was recorded in 81, came out in 82.
Okay, it was California. It's possible this woman got a bootleg.
She got
tape.
a bootleg. Okay, definitely.
All right, it's 10 corrected. Nice. All right, cool. That's funny. It actually says that.
Yeah,
recorded
May of 82.
Okay, all right.
So I mean, exactly. It fit really well with the thing, so we'll allow it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I'm definitely looking forward to more of that, the music to come in, because the music was very well done. I even wrote it down here about right here. Music is great.
Yes. Yeah. What was the one where the woman was smoking
I
at
don't
their house
remember.
too? It was a really great old song there too, like from like the 60s or early 70s.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what song it was, and I want to go back and look now. But right when it's the part where she's eating the honey is where I put down music is great. So I want to go and see what
in the car
song. Yeah.
Okay, that's so great.
See what song that was.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's give our rating.
This one was a definite binge for me. I probably since what was the other one that I like wanted to watch right away again? Behind Her Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
This one I had the same feeling, like I wanted to keep going right away, and I was like, stop, you got to stop.
Yeah, and they're shorter episodes too, so this one was only a half hour,
but it felt pretty long. Actually, I felt it didn't feel rushed. I was like, there was a lot of development in it, and I was surprised it was only half an hour.
I agree. It's just like a lot happened in that half hour. But yeah, I agree. 100% binge it. If we had not had the rule about only watching the first step, I would have definitely watched more, because it is like, you can just throw it on. It's a half hour, but like you said, it's so much happened, so much you want to learn what's going to happen, especially after the little cliffhanger that we get in the first episode. Yeah.
Like the last 5 minutes when she decided to throw away her and she just goes after the girl in the Cabrero.
Yes.
I think it's a Cabrero.
Yeah, I don't know, but that girl looks awesome too. I'm excited to meet her.
I hope we get to meet her too. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely gonna watch more of that as soon as possible.
Oh, I wanted to confess to you too. I did start working out to do an aerobics when it came out, when they were doing it in the slow motion at the very end of it.
You did.
I did.
Did you have a moment like Rose Byrne did?
Well, when I love that song, and I don't hear it nearly often enough. So when that song came out, I'm like, I love this song, and then just seeing like the love in her eyes, I'm like, I just want to be part of this.
You got up and you started doing it
too. Yeah, I was completely tired by the 4 minute end.
Exhausted.
It was exhausting.
But I mean, it was a good workout.
It was a good workout. Yeah.
And you didn't pass out.
I didn't.
So that's good to know.
I had enough stamina to laugh at that part still.
But yeah, I do want to mention, I was looking just now when I was looking. It's only has a 6.6 on IMDb. It's one of our lowest rated shows.
So what happens at the end?
Something
maybe it hold up.
People. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if it holds up.
Yeah.
I could see the monologue thing, the inner monologue, not being everybody's cup of tea.
Sure. I mean, and I do have to say that the husband right now is a real douche, and he doesn't, and it's very he doesn't have a lot of redeeming qualities.
Absolutely,
so he doesn't have a lot of depth at this point.
Yeah.
So that could be maybe if he doesn't develop any, people are upset by that.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of stereotypical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% think that he's going to get put in his place already after the first step. So so that's it. Anything else you'd like to add about aerobics?
I think that I've said more than enough. I think I've said more than enough.
Rose Byrne, you have another Rose Byrne story for us?
Rose Byrne stories.
Next time.
Oh, I saw Bobby Cannavale once in New York City too when I was walking around there too. Yeah. Speaking of him,
the best.
He's really cool. Yeah. But I was like, wait, I do one more story. I kind of wanted to see her more, to be honest with you. But yeah,
I'm a big Cannavale guy.
Yeah, no, he's super cool. I do like him a lot too. What do you like him in?
Oh, dude, I love everything. Everything. So I love the movie Chef. He's great in that. He's got a smaller part in that. He was Chef Jeff in that Master of None Netflix series. Mm-hmm. He kind of got Me Too'd in that. And then I always was hoping he would never get Me Too'd in real life. I don't think he
really has. People seem to like him.
Yeah, he seems okay. Isn't that a thing that we have to worry about? That people that we're in love with are like, don't be a scumbag.
Yeah. Don't come back. Yeah, because it's happened for a couple of our faves.
Yeah. But yeah, so no, I was always happy that he wasn't one of them. He's great in everything. Yeah. Yeah. No, he was a random celebrity sidewalk sighting that I saw there. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right. On that note,
that's it.
We're closing the book on physical. Thank you so much for checking out this episode of First Eps. Please give us a like, and a follow on all the social media.
5 stars.
Twitter, Instagram, we're there. 5 stars. Yes, you nailed it this time. On Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review. Let us know what you think about this show. And check us out, the YouTube, Pop Culture Playground. This video, the video version of this podcast, a whole bunch of other stuff, video games reviews and movie reviews and all that good stuff is there. So definitely check that out. Throw a subscribe that way. And we will see you next week for more hot First Eps
action. Bye. You're so confident too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think the fans are really gonna start to like lust after us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Should I take my shirt off?
Yeah.